Well, hi, everybody, and welcome back to It's a Great Day to Serve the Lord Devotions. This is John Elzinga. Glad you're here again. And today I want to talk about Psalm 90. Psalm 90, particularly verses 12 through 17. So Psalm 90, 12 through 17. And it says this: Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Relent, Lord, how long will it be? Have compassion on your servants. Satisfy us in the morning with your unfailing love, that we may sing for joy and be glad all our days. Make us glad for as many days as you have afflicted us, for as many years as we have seen trouble. Kind of a negative view of a positive thing is what that is. Verse 16, may your deeds be shown to your servants, your splendor to their children. May the favor of the Lord rest on us. Establish the work of our hands. Yes, establish the work of our hands. There is so much rich stuff that I could talk about here. I want to talk really about three things in particular, emphasize three things that this psalm is talking about. Numbering our days. Teach us to number our days. They pass by so quickly, folks, and you've heard it probably 1,000 times. The phrase, don't blink. Don't blink and your children are gone. You turn around and they're just gone. I have 6 children and 8 grandchildren, soon to be 9. And by the time you hear this, it'll probably be 9. Just so grateful, so thankful for my children and my grandchildren. But I got to tell you that back in the day, when my children were getting of that age where they would go off to work or go off to college, one by one, I would see them leave the house. One by one, until finally the last one was gone. I remember the day. I remember it. We were loading up our youngest son's car, and before he left, I said, hey son, why don't you come in the kitchen? Mom and I want to have a prayer with you. And like in a huddle, we wrapped our arms around each other, and I prayed and started praying for my youngest son, and I lost it. I just lost it. I realized in that moment they were all gone. He was heading off to college, and mind you, he was going to live with his brothers, so I knew he was going to be okay. But he was heading off to college, and then we're standing there in the driveway, and we're watching him drive off, and we look at each other, and it's like, where'd the time go? Where did it go? Folks, I want to tell you, nothing is more important than investing in time with your children. And I have to confess, I was busy a lot. I was gone a lot. Don't wait. Don't think, well, someday after this season, don't wait. Your job's not more important than your children. Plain and simple. Cherish the time that you have with them. It says, may your deeds be shown to your servants. We are his servants. Your splendor to their children. The point I want to make there, talk about, is the connection with our legacy, our children. It says that he wants his children to see the splendor of the Lord. Isn't that interesting? It's an interesting word. It's not a word that we really use very much. I'm proud to say, I can say with confidence that there is one thing that I did do. One thing I was deliberate, actually 2, that I was very deliberate about. Number 1 is I wanted them to know I love them. And I was committed to hugging them and verbally telling them how much I love them. I really didn't get that with my parents. And secondly, I wanted to show them, reveal to them God's splendor. How wonderful God is. that his plan, God's plan is intricate, it's detailed, it's all encompassing, and it has you and me and our children in mind. God has a plan not only for you, but for your children. And if I did anything right, I suppose it would be this, that my love for the Lord shone through. That in and through all of the stuff that we went through, they knew about God. And they knew I love the Lord. How wonderful God is. How great God is. How incredible he is. That he would consider us in his plans. And finally, the third thing I want to talk about is this, that what we do counts. It says twice, it says at the end, establish the work of our hands. Yes, establish the work of our hands. What we do counts. It makes a difference. It's significant. The time that you spend at your work counts. It matters. God created us to be creational beings. He is the creator, and he created us to be creational beings. In other words, he created us to work. He created us to thrive in the area that he blessed us in terms of our strengths and our gifts. He wants us to work. God's intended favor is to be over the work of our hands. And it's not just about money. It's about craftsmanship. It's about excellence. It's about contribution. It's about stewardship. Your gifts, your strengths are used by God to make this world a better place. It's as simple as that. That's how God crafted us. He crafted us, he made us to work, and he wants us, his favor, to be upon the work of our hands. Meaning that what we do needs to be significant, that what we do needs to be excellent. Let me put it this way. Consider a non-believer looking at the work of your hands. Would he or she say, wow, that's incredible. That's fantastic. That's excellent work. Well done. I want to work like that. In closing, let me remind you, don't blink. Your kids will be gone before you know it. Be strategic with them in how you talk about the Lord, and ultimately work to the glory of God. God bless you, and remember, it's a great day to serve the Lord.